Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a vision for family life that is, well, it's both timeless and totally transformative. We're going to look at the home, not just as a house, but as a sacred space, a training ground where character is literally being shaped for eternity. Okay, let's get into it.
This one sentence pretty much captures the entire vision, doesn't it? The goal isn't just a happy home, but a heavenly one, a place where God's presence is actually felt and where love just rules the atmosphere. This is the ideal we're shooting for.
So these principles we're exploring today, they come from the book The Adventist Home by Ellen G. White. It presents the family as heaven's chosen way to shape lives that really reflect who Christ is. The whole central idea is that the health of our society, the strength of the church, it all starts right inside the four walls of our homes.
So where does a home like that even begin? Well, according to this vision, it all starts with the sacred foundation of marriage. The book really emphasizes that marriage isn't just some human arrangement that we can redefine on a whim. Nope, it's a divine institution, established way back in Eden, designed to be a picture of the union between Christ and his church. Wow, that perspective places enormous weight on the commitment. I mean, in a world that often treats marriage as disposable, this is a callback to its sacredness, its permanence. It's a lifelong union built on a really deep sense of responsibility, both to God and to each other. And protecting that commitment actually begins long before the wedding day. The counsel here is super clear. Choosing a life partner is one of the most critical decisions we will ever make. We're urged to look beyond those fleeting feelings and focus on the things that actually last. Is there strong character, a deep faith, a commitment to principle? These right here, these are the building blocks of a marriage that can truly endure. Okay, so once that foundation is set, the focus shifts to what is described as one of the highest and most sacred callings given to human beings, parenting. And this is not just another job on a long list of duties.
That is such a powerful statement. It completely reframes our perspective on raising children, doesn't it? It's not about producing successful people by the world's standards. It's about cooperating with God to shape faithful disciples who are prepared for an eternity with Him.
So, how is this noble work done? The key is a really delicate balance. On one hand, if you have all love but no structure, it can lead to selfishness. But on the other hand, all rules with no warmth, well, that just breeds resentment and rebellion. A Christ-centered home holds both of these together. Firm, loving guidance wrapped in an abundance of affection and grace. And that kind of guidance requires our presence. In a world full of distractions, there's a real danger of parental neglect even when we have the best of intentions. This is a reminder that our unhurried time, our genuine interest and focused attention is the most valuable investment we can ever make in our children's lives. Now, this vision doesn't just stop at the front door. The home isn't just for our own private happiness. It's designed to have an outward impact. A loving, well-ordered family becomes a powerful witness to a world that's watching. I absolutely love this image. The home as a sanctuary, a place of safety and peace. When guests or neighbors step inside and experience a spirit of kindness and joy, they get a small glimpse of heaven. And in this way, our homes become centers for mission, sometimes without us ever having to say a word. And what's so essential to understand is that this witness has nothing to do with material wealth. A home doesn't need to be luxurious to be a beacon. What truly shines is the atmosphere, that spirit of joy, simplicity, and generosity that just radiates the presence of Christ.
Okay, so this is a beautiful vision, but how do we make it a reality? Let's switch gears and talk about some clear, actionable steps that any family can take to start building a more heavenly home starting today.
Here are 6 practical starting points. It all begins with the spiritual heart of the home, prioritizing worship. From there, it moves into our interactions, a commitment to speak with kindness and to find that crucial balance of love and discipline. The focus then turns outward, to practice hospitality and bless others. And it involves being protective, to guard the atmosphere of the home. And finally, and this might be the most important one, it means we model repentance, showing that when we fail, we ask for forgiveness. Of all those steps, this one is really presented as the anchor. Gathering for worship, even if it's brief, keeps Christ at the very center of the household. It strengthens family bonds, and it sets a spiritual tone for the entire day. As we start to wrap up, the invitation is to move from simply learning these principles to personally applying them. So let's just take a moment to reflect on our own homes.
Let's start by just asking ourselves honestly, what is the dominant atmosphere in my home right now? Is it peace, stress, joy, tension? What would it take to make it just a little more like that heaven on earth?
And let's go a little deeper. How are my daily words and actions, the small stuff, shaping the eternal character of those I live with?
And finally, let's make it super practical. What is one simple thing I could start this week? Maybe it's just 5 minutes of family worship, or a commitment to speak more kindly. Just one small habit can begin a beautiful transformation.
And this is why it all matters. The ultimate goal is to become living proof of the gospel's power. A loving family, made up of loving individuals, that becomes the most powerful argument there is for a God of love. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.